Last night I was supposed to air the news from last week, but Eddie Van Halen passed away, so I had to postpone it. And obviously I don't talk about Eddie in the news report because this was done before he passed away, before the news. So I'm just going to say it now. I'm going to start it off with saying, rest in peace, King Edward. I did my tribute to him last night on this channel. And here's the news. And since there's some Kiss talk in the news, let's make this the Kiss Wednesday segment. Rest in peace, Eddie. SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. It's time for the news. And before I get into the news, I want to talk about this. I got this today in the mail. It's Cheap Trick, the Epic Archives Volume 3. This came out a couple years ago. I have Volume 1 and Volume 2. I never could find Volume 3, and this is going for a lot of money now because only 2,000 were made. And I want to thank Melinda Murphy. She's my awesome YouTube friend. She's got an awesome YouTube channel. You should check it out. Check out in the description below. I leave a link to her videos. She's a vinyl junkie like me. She speaks from the heart about the albums she buys and what they mean to her. And she always has some cool tidbits too on some of the records she talks about. Very informative and informative from a fan's perspective. So check out her videos and subscribe to her because she's awesome. Thank you so much, Melinda. I had a lot of fun listening to this. A lot of these songs I'm not too crazy about, but I actually like them on here because they're different versions, you know, and like single version, alternative versions of some of these songs that I was never really like into. But now in the context of the whole album, I think this whole thing flows really well. And the flame red vinyl looks really, really cool. So Melinda was visiting a record store and she saw it and thought of me and got me it. And I thank you so much, Melinda Murphy. Check out her YouTube channel and subscribe. All right, let's go to get into the news. Okay, it's made me not as cool as the news I just gave you, but let's just pretend. Anthrax is working on a faster and riffier new album. Seriously, is this press new or do they keep releasing these press statements every time they release an album? I've been disappointed many times thinking it was going to be a faster and thrashier album than like they said, even for the last one. Hey, for all you that love Anthrax, more power to you. I want faster and riffier, like spreading the disease, man. You know, throw in a Medusa type track to slow a little things down, but hey, who knows? Maybe the next one will be that, and I will look like an idiot saying all this right now. We'll see if I'm an idiot or not. Let's see if the next Anthrax is faster and riffier. We'll see then. We'll see who's right. All right, the next story. Tomorrow, AC/DC's Shot in the Dark single is coming out. And they gave a little teaser, a video. So as I'm recording this, they say it's coming out on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. And I'm excited. You know, I love Rock or Bust. That last album, man, do I love it. And I'm not a big fan of anything really after Flick Your Switch. Yes, there's good songs on some of those albums. Some are better than the others. But Rock or Bust, I thought was the best since Flick the Switch. That's my opinion, and do not throw tomatoes, pickle whistlers. All right, next story. Trickster's drummer defends himself against criticism and from bandmates. Yeah, you know, I'm not a Trickster fan, but I saw this and I was intrigued. And man, these Trickster guys really are vicious. I mean, one guitar player was like, you know, fuck off. And the other one was like, oh, you know, I'll never talk to him again. So the drummer, to defend himself, he came out, and when he did, two people showed up. One of the members of Trickster and somebody with a video camera. And this is what happened. Meow, cat fight. All right, in a new interview with Max Alt Rock magazine, Judas Priest singer Rob Halford was asked for his take on modern radio streaming and the current state of the music industry. He responded, it's still like the Wild West. Now, it's a long article just to get down to it. Rob Halford's talking about, man, this Spotify shit, you know, I mean, people need to understand over there that You need to give a bigger piece of the pie to the band, and he's hoping that one day it will happen. And so do I. It's a big streaming scam. I hate Spotify. I never use Spotify. I don't know if I hate it or not. Maybe I would love it. But I don't think I would want to pay money to listen to an artist that somebody else is making their money. Nah, I'll just stick with buying hard copies, my vinyls, my CDs. Yes, I still love CDs as well. That's how I like to listen to my music. Now, I go on YouTube to look for, bands I don't know. And if I like it, I'll buy it. I will not go on Spotify. Fuck Spotify. But hey, more power to all you out there that you use Spotify. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're enjoying giving money to somebody else instead of the music. The people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into the music you're listening on Spotify. I hope you enjoy giving somebody else their money. Viva le vinyl, le CD, le cassette purchases. All right, next story. Bruce Kulick says Stanley and Simmons made the right decision having Thayer and Singer wear the Spaceman and Catman makeup. All right, you know what, man? Hey, everybody's got an opinion on that, and everybody's opinion is legitimate. Bruce Kulick is very legitimate, because that's what he thinks. I may not agree, but, when you got, big paychecks waiting for you for another Kiss cruise to do 80s Kiss, I suggest you shouldn't say nothing bad about Gene and Paul, especially Paul. He's very touchy. In sadder news, Bruce Kulick's brother, who recently passed away, Bob, Bruce Kulick came out a few days ago and he made this post, and it is the official cause of death for some of you wondering how Bob Kulick died. This is what Bruce said. Many of you asked how my brother died. I didn't have the information until a few days ago from the Las Vegas County Coroner. He passed away in his home from natural causes due to heart disease. Sadly, I was unaware that my brother had complained to his doctor about chest pains and heart palpitations. Really sad. Rest in peace, Bob Kulick. Okay, let's see. We have here Ace Fairley says, original Kiss lineup missed a great opportunity to play again at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. Yes, he is right. Now, most of you, I'm not too keen with a lot of things that Gene and Paul has done recently. And yeah, it's a bummer that the original lineup didn't get on stage one last time at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. But fuck that Hall of Fame. Seriously, they're the ones that hated Kiss, didn't want Kiss to come in. Then when they were finally forced to have Kiss in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they started demanding, like, it's only going to be the original four. We're not going to give one to Bruce Kulick or Eric Carr, or Mark St. John, or who have you. We're not going to give none of that to them. It's only the original four. Yet, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will add like 17 people that were in Bruce Springsteen's bands way after the original lineup. It's disgusting. So, I'm glad that, I know it's more Paul and Gene. Come on, who we bullshitting here? Paul was the one that said, screw you guys, We're not going to be your little monkeys. We're not going to reunite the original members. I feel that way. I side more than with Paul Stanley over this whole thing, and I never side with that guy. But he's right, and I loved his little induction speech. He kind of gave him a little, fuck you, and I think Rolling Stone magazine deserves fuck you from every musician. Everybody should be like Paul Stanley. Well, actually, everybody should be more like Johnny Rotten, who doesn't show up and sends them a letter to basically go fuck yourself. Hey, what was that? Hey, play that again, but in slow motion. Ah. Ooh. That was brought to you by the great Vincent Cavanagh. That was awesome, Vincent. Okay, final story. Motley Crue's Tommy Lee said he's been sober for a year and saying, I was drinking 2 gallons of vodka a day. Wow. That's a whole lot of vodka. He's been sober for a year and saying, I was drinking 2 gallons of vodka a day. Wow. That's a whole lot of vodka. Judging from the new songs he put out, it looks like he switched from vodka to shooting up crystal meth and ecstasy. That's it for the news, everybody. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and click that little bell and subscribe to Melinda Murphy. That's her YouTube name. The link is in the description below. And if you want to donate, I got a PayPal below. Thanks for watching, everybody. SHMACKEMAGOB. For those that use social media, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And you can join the Almost Human 56 Facebook page. All links are in the description below. A lot of you been asking for it. SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Yes, many types of shirts, long sleeves, short sleeves, hoodies, you name it. Plus other stuff like shower curtains and bedspreads and mugs and socks and clocks and I can go on. But why should I? The link is below. Just click the link below in the description for all the SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Order yours now. SHMACKEMAGOB. Hey, check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault, on SPREAKER, YouTube, and iTunes. Subscribe. The links are below.
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
SHMACKEMAGOB!
Ralph VIERA is also on our network with the VIERA Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido, ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast, and the great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbeam, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.
For those that use social media, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And you can join the Almost Human 56 Facebook page. All links are in the description below. A lot of you been asking for it. SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Yes, many types of shirts, long sleeves, short sleeves, hoodies, you name it. Plus other stuff like shower curtains and bedspreads and mugs and socks and clocks and I can go on. But why should I? The link is below. Just click the link below in the description for all the SHMACKEMAGOB merch. Order yours now. SHMACKEMAGOB. Hey, check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault, on SPREAKER, YouTube, and iTunes. Subscribe. The links are below.
Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Norgal, and sometimes this guy.
SHMACKEMAGOB!
Ralph VIERA is also on our network with the VIERA Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido, ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast, and the great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcasts. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbeam, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.